Welcome to Juris Stupidity, a video podcast devoted to the use and misuse of legal concepts and terms by commentators on social and regular media. This episode is on inherent power of the court. This concept and terminology of inherent power is more likely to be ignored by the talking heads as a way to abuse it rather than directly abusing it. A recent high-profile federal case serves as an example. In this trial, the defendant had behaved in a disruptive manner and had failed to follow court instructions. The defendant's own attorney had several times failed to follow federal court rules on how to admit evidence, which the judge had caught during the trial, and then halted the improper presentation of evidence. Plaintiff's counsel, the opposing counsel, had also advised the judge that the defendant's verbal behavior outside of the courtroom was also potentially disruptive. So this judge, accordingly, put into place various restrictions to make sure that only relevant and proper evidence got to be presented to the jury. At the end of the trial, the jury rendered a nearly 9-figure judgment against the defendant. Directly following the announcement of the jury verdict, the attorney representing the losing defendant complained on national television that the judge in the case was unfair to her and to her client, saying that the judge violated the justice system, denied the testimony of 2 experts into evidence, denied the admission of DNA evidence, and denied admission of an article of clothing as evidence, and required the attorney submit her planned questions of the defendant and the answers to them. Various commentators in social and regular media expressed sympathy to her claims and basically supported that the judge was unfair. They all ignored a really basic tenet of the administration of the court system, that the court has inherent power to make the court operate the way it is supposed to. Inherent power of the court is no new concept to American jurisprudence, and the United States Supreme Court has said so much, citing an 1812 Supreme Court case. In the newer case, the court said, "This court has long recognized that a district court possesses inherent powers that are governed not by the rule or statute, but by the control necessary vested in the courts to manage their own affairs so as to achieve the orderly and expeditious disposition of cases." In short, in the example I just now gave, the court was doing exactly what it was supposed to be doing. That is, to make the process work as intended. Commentators don't tell you that lawyers who appear in federal court are to know and to follow the very many rules of procedure and evidence. They don't tell you that failure to do so has consequences. They don't tell you that unfairness is not when the judge enforces the rules. They ignore it all. Any attorney who appears in federal court has sworn that he or she will follow the rules of court. To complain that a judge who enforces the rules is unfair and who exercises inherent power of the court is plainly, well, juris stupidity.